While I was collecting trash, I accidentally scratched a wealthy man's luxury car. Not only did he not scold me, he even took out a stack of cash and offered it to me. He knew I was collecting trash to save my mother who was in a coma, but I refused his kindness, cause my mom had told me never to take other people's money casually. Then I took out a pen and paper and wrote him an IOU, promising that I would definitely pay for the car repairs. On the other side, the wealthy man watched me leave and was reminded of his wife who had been missing for many years. In a car accident, his wife had saved him, and they were separated ever since. But all these years, he had never given up searching for her. Just then, his assistant brought good news. His wife had been found at a nearby hospital. Coincidentally, I pushed my mom to the same hospital for treatment. Just as I helped my mom onto the hospital bed, my uncle and aunt rushed over. My aunt said my mom could finally have surgery. I quickly handed over all the money I had saved from collecting trash to my uncle, but he handed me a piece of paper instead and said it was a surgery consent form, asking me to sign it. I obediently wrote down my name. After that, they happily left, but as soon as I turned around, my mom had tears streaming down her face. I was about to get her some water, but in the stairwell, I overheard my uncle and aunt talking with a strange woman. Turned out, they were planning to sell my mom's bone marrow. In shock, I dropped the cup of water. The noise alerted them. I immediately turned and ran, but accidentally bumped into the wealthy man. There was no time to apologize before I ran off. What I didn't know was that he kept a strand of my hair and told his assistant to run a paternity test, cause he had picked up my jade pendant, which was the token he had once given his wife. But as soon as I returned to the hospital room, my uncle and aunt chased after me. They asked what I had just heard. I lied and said I had been in the room the whole time, giving my mom water. Just then, the doctor walked in and said he was going to take my mom to surgery. In desperation, I said my mom had soiled her pants. With disgust on their faces, my uncle and aunt told me to take her to get cleaned up. They rushed off to urge the doctor to proceed with the surgery. While they weren't paying attention, I quietly pushed my mom out. By the time they noticed, I was almost at the elevator. My uncle and aunt immediately chased after me. Terrified, I quickly shut the elevator doors. But as soon as I pushed my mom to the main entrance, I accidentally knocked her over. Fortunately, a few kind people helped lift her up. I hurriedly begged them to take my mom away, but they refused to help. In desperation, I saw an ambulance transporting a patient, so I snuck into the ambulance when no one was paying attention. After the ambulance drove away from the hospital, I thought my mom was finally safe, but the very next second, the vehicle was stopped by my uncle and aunt. Just as they were about to take my mom away, the wealthy man arrived in time.